Hello, entrepreneurs. It's your girl, the Queen Bee of Doing Business Better. Now, I'm not one to brag. For the most part, I am very humble about everything. Even when I know what I know that I know, I am the last person to say I told you so. I am very humble and I'm very grateful for the knowledge that I have. And I'm grateful that I've, started to use it to help people. But when those moments hit, and they do, I cannot help but to use my platform to make sure you understand the difference between me and LegalZoom, or me, a business coach like me, and just somebody else. Now, I get it. There is so much fraud out here. And if you know somebody, sometimes you're hesitant to go with what they, tell you, because you're thinking, they know? Can I be sure that they know? Or anything. I know y'all heard that dollar sign, because if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. If you go to my YouTube video, my YouTube channel, the Queen Bee of Doing Business Better, and when you do go visit it, watch, like, and subscribe. I have a lot of videos out. I've had my YouTube longer than I've been on TikTok, so please go check it out. You're gonna get a lot of information that is priceless. I promise you. I don't just hype people up. I'm giving them real information, and anything that I give you, you can use. One of the things I have is the 7 degrees of doing business better, and it says it's 7 degrees minimum that you need to separate you personally from your business, and I put it in order and everything. To me, just regular common sense, because once again, this is my gift. This is what I do. However, if you're in business, I don't care what business you're in, whether you're selling product or whether you're offering services, your friends are the last ones to use you or promote. They'll encourage you to start the business, but they'll be the last ones to use the business. Maybe it's because they're too familiar, maybe because they're too comfortable. Whatever the case may be, they don't always use. So I had a friend, and instead of coming to me to get their LLC, they went through LegalZoom. Now, I charge the same amount as LegalZoom. I do it because I know my worth, and I'm not going to just do it willy-nilly. The thing about me that's different from LegalZoom is I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to make sure that everything is in order for wherever you are. Because if you are filing for an LLC, technically, that is not a legal entity for the IRS. It is a legal entity based on each state, and every state has different rules. Like in Arkansas, if you file a LLC, you have to pay taxes, but you all have state taxes. That's why a lot of companies go to places like Texas and other places where there is no state tax, and the franchise tax is so high that they don't meet those thresholds, and therefore they don't have that additional tax, but they're still able to make a lot of money. And when I say thresholds, we're talking $4 million before you're paying any franchise tax in Texas. And by the time you get to $4 million, you better have a good bookkeeper. Once again, I know y'all heard the cha-ching, because if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. But anywho, so my friend went, and they went through LegalZoom, and LegalZoom basically did a formation for an LLC, and that was it. In Texas, probably in most places, you've got to have an assumed name already, and that's got to be on file in order for the LLC to mean anything. So it was handled out of order. When it was handled out of order, do you know how long it has taken? My friend started the process last year, and they have not gotten an EIN that only takes literally 20 minutes online, because the paperwork and the organization and everything was out of order. When I tell you that order matters, and you just can't do anything any kind of way. That's why I say the Queen Bee of Doing Business Better. Doesn't mean you can't make money. It just means that you're not doing business the easy way, or the better way, or the more productive way, or the more profitable way. Business can be done on any level. You see some people that start as a hustle, and they hustle hard, they hustle, and they always have to hustle. Meaning your hustle never turns into a business. You're never hiring employees, so you're going to always have to be a part of that business for the business to thrive. That means you're going to always have to be on top of it. You can never stop. You can never retire because it's a hustle. When you start putting paperwork in place and you start putting processes and strategies, that's the difference between me and LegalZoom. They're not going to ask you those questions. You said you wanted this. Boom, I gave you this. Now, it's not my fault that you can't use it. And there's certain paperwork you have to have just to open a bank account. And if you don't have a bank account, that's going to be a problem when you start looking for investors or working capital through banks. Everybody wants to see that from A to Z, your company is doing business and that it's not taking shortcuts, because the shortcuts you take today will cost them tomorrow when they loan you the money, or they don't think your business will last because it's not set up by proven methods that are effective. I'm just telling you. So yeah, today when I got the information back, because my friend had to tag me in finally, and when I went back, I told them when we first started the process, I said, go back and look at the video. Once again, y'all heard that $sign? But anywho, and when they looked at it, they was like, you know what, you're right. So a year in, and we're still redoing paperwork because it wasn't done right the first time. I know my tagline can be quite ballsy. It may even seem superficial, but when you have proven results, you can say what you mean and mean what you say. It's been your girl, the Queen Bee of doing business better. When you're ready to take that business to the next level, holla at your girl.